Hey everybody, quick note for the beginning of this session. Something happened with the actual recording and I only streamed for about half of the session. So what you're seeing here is what I streamed. Anything after the cutoff is, I'm afraid, lost to the void. That is corrupted videos that I can't recover in any way, shape or form. However, there is a full in-depth session report that is linked in the description. You should be able to find it there. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the video. Bye.
Exactly.
And
No,
then
that
wham,
would
you're
have
back.
been infuriating.
Time to undo or redo all the things. It's
Yeah.
like looking at a dungeon, but like, man, we can eat this dungeon without dying once or having any problems, but we'll have to fight the fights again. And it's gonna take like several sessions. Easy fighting, which
No.
Yeah, I think for those 20 minutes or so, we played through that. That was fun, but more than that, it would have been incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, look at that timing. You said alright as I sent the We Are Live notification. Valky says that he said, haha, yes, that's fine to my joke, so it's okay.
Actually ran it by him.
Yeah. I said what I did, and then I said you'd have approved, so I'm checking.
There we go.
There we go. Unrefutable proof that that joke was okay.
Thanks for that.
Well, speaking of Valky, let's get on our feet, take a running start. Who wants to do the recap?
I'm glad I didn't hit record until just now.
I know I keep saying this. I really don't want you to think I'm making fun of you, Sheep, but your segues into the session are like one of my favorite parts.
I try way too hard too.
Oh no! Oh, I can't breathe. I'm gonna die.
I did it last week. Someone else
Oh
did it.
god.
Halldamir.
Sure, I'll do it. Alright, so we started our session having discussed for quite some time about what we're going to do about the great storm that Sidon was bearing down upon Mitros. We had come up with a plan, and that plan exploded, and we did the one thing that we said we definitely wouldn't do, and we let the gods do it. Let the gods fix our problem, which is probably the only time we'll ever say that in a campaign. But before we decided that, Eudora had tried to contact the Oldwood Druids. They were less than helpful. Even with Kyra delivering the message. It was a really cool message as well. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, we decided that the gods should do it. It should do their mystical, magical stuff. And fix all of our problems. But then that of course, there was a problem that is, Sidon could just do this again. Which is fine. He can, but Kyra has a harp, I believe, that would let us control the weather so we could stop a similar thing from happening. But it was stolen. Because she left it unattended in the Temple of the Five. So, you know. But it can be remade. The ingredients are easy enough to get. Or the components are easy enough to get. But it needs to be forged in the Mithril Forge. Which needs to be reclaimed still. Which, you know, is fine. So, with that said, Artemisia, after I vanished and came back, Artemisia asked about the amulets that that Versi gave her, which was supposedly her mother's, and she asked Valis about it, and the amulet actually contains Artemisia's grandmother, who screwed Sidon, basically, in both ways, I guess. And then you know, Sidon killed her grandmother, and probably would have killed her mother. Probably, almost certainly would have killed her mother if he had known about her. But there was some revelation. But the amulet still contains her grandmother, and her grandmother whispers to do ambitious things, which is fine by Artemisia. At the moment, and Valus was sort of like, yes, it's all right. So that's fine. That's cool. We just go past this now. Then Valus was like, hey, you should go to the Temple of Lutheria and look around. So we did. There was a weird like brother and sister combo that was selling wine, but Darius noticed something magical, and we were like, oh, we'll come back in the night, sneaky style, and we did. And then Kyra turned Eudora large, and combat started, and there was some great fighting, and then there was explosions, and then Artemisia died, and then everyone ran back. The Temple of Lutheria, in flames, ran back to the palace where Valus and Versi were there waiting to resurrect Artemisia. And she came back. That was the end of the session.
Yeah, and without further ado, that's exactly where we're going to pick back up. As Darius was panicking, getting calmed down by Versi, and Artemisia just re-entering the room in fine shape, although different clothing, probably something out of, you know, the what's the word? Something the palace just had available, like guest outfits or whatever.
God, I'm dressed like a Mitrosian now. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there? I wonder if there's somebody who sells Arisian clothes in Mitros. Probably not. Seems niche.
That would
No
be
joke,
niche
but
indeed.
isn't that just like crappier versions of fine clothes?
I mean,
Given that they
no.
pride themselves in dressing like humans did before they sort of got
It's
civilized.
less ostentatious. That's what it is.
Anyone has some mud around here?
Oh, you know, she'll wear it. She's whatever. Better than the clothes she was wearing. You know,
definitely.
being on fire and all.
Fucking
Melted it to the
vaporized.
food and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess she'll appear, arrive, or enter. That's an alarm going off. She'll like come out from her 24 hours of resurrection and will smile to the group and say, death really isn't as bad as you would expect. She's sort of like a faltering smile, but like she's trying to make light of it, but she's not one to make light of much.
Mm-hmm.
I think Darius just gives her a hug.
Yeah, she'll hug back. She likes the hug.
Mm-hmm. You're all right. I mean, I knew that you would be, given who was making the claim. But it's so different to see you here. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
She shakes her head and says, I think if anyone can bring back somebody properly, it would be one of the five. Valus, probably one of the better choices. Yes, I'm fine and well and good.
Good. Well, welcome back.
Well, smile again and say thank you, Darius.
Hmm.
Thank you for getting me out of there. I don't know what happened, but I hear that a fire was involved after the fire that engulfed me.
You know, it's the same fire. But you can thank Eudora. In her form granted to her by Kyra, she just picked you up and ran out of there. Me and Demos, we focused on getting the kids.
You can see Valis like glancing over to Kyra at the mention of her. Kyra makes like a gesture where she puts the palms of her hands together and then pulls them apart.
I know the gesture, but I don't know what I would call it except for that.
Yeah.
Mollifying?
That means you will say. Did you get all of them out?
Yes. We were unable to recover the whatever source of magic that I was able to see. They must have moved it before we came back.
Disappointing, but I think that the children's lives far outweigh that.
Of course. But in the future, I'm much more inclined to simply go in when we know what needs to be done. So turns to Valis and says, my queen, unfortunately, as I say, we were unable to recover. There was something being used in the basement alongside the children. Other than being magical, I have no clue as to what it was or even what to start looking for. Would you perhaps have some more insight that you could speak more freely of now that we've taken the Church of Lutheria down on a step?
I wouldn't know what it might be that they had in their basement.
I regret to say then that part of our mission has failed then, unless and until it were to pop up again. I wouldn't know how to continue looking for it.
If your failure involves children being saved, then I do implore you to fail more often.
He gives her a smile and said, I did say partial failure. But he wouldn't correct the queen so directly with words like that. He just gives the smile and then nods, steps back.
Well, with that, I think we have one clear goal still. That is to reclaim the Mithril Forge. No?
Yes, I think especially with the demand of that instrument to prevent Sidon from attempting this again, that just became the shot to the top of our priority list.
Nod and say, then let's not waste time.
Sort of from behind you, Kira, this put on an expression as if she was like just getting an idea, but it's obviously exaggerated. As she says, "Well, with the storm gone now, the great games are sure going to be resumed, correct, Percy? Perhaps heroes of your caliber would do well with some extra fame. The support of the populace is important for your quest, after all." As Percy sort of frowns at the suggestion and responds, "Kira, I do believe the heroes have some more important tasks on their to-do list."
I'm guessing by games these are like Olympic games, but
Yeah. She Demon would agree with Valis. However, it's Kira who suggests it. So
Demos, being the champion of Midros, would pretty much know everything there is to know about the great games. One detail that perhaps didn't seem as relevant before is that it is actually the Oracle who is the judge of these games, as she's considered to be sort of a neutral party. It is a big deal. The great games that happen every year, basically. These would be the 500th games.
oh my.
They were introduced basically when just after the First War. And participants from
500th.
it is the 500, yeah.
Yeah, we can't miss that.
damn it.
Participants from all over Phylea come to attend, including Arisians.
Yeah,
How
Demos
soon are the
has been
games?
sort of quiet. It was not the
Oh.
homecoming he wanted this, but as they talk, he'll probably mention that, like, just looking up slide and say it is the 500th game, the last one before the Great Peace end. It would certainly be something special.
How soon are the games expected to start? Perhaps we could
Come
go
back.
to the mines first and come back, or if they're supposed to start immediately, maybe we'd have time to. I don't want to miss the chance to prevent Sidon from doing this again. But I see what you're saying.
Kira says, "Oh, I suspect they're going to begin probably not today, tomorrow." She sort of looks over to Velas and Versi, who nod hesitantly, maybe not exactly on board with, holding you off from your journey of saving the world. Demos would know that the games go for an entire week, 7 days, with one game each day.
Dear God, that's a lot.
It will only be a week after all.
It is possible to join for each game individually. So if you wanted to skip the first games and come back later, that's an option.
But how far are the mines from here? Quite
Uh,
far, right?
Not that far. You're still sort of in the Heartlands area. Where's my notes? There they are.
I'm looking, trying to get the map up. It's quite
From-
far. Oh God.
From Mitros to...
Great Falls of Archelon.
May I should look at the map. I don't have the direct route from Mitros to the mines.
It's like, it looks like it's probably a similar distance to Astoria.
Mm.
Maybe slightly
It
further.
took us like a few days.
Yeah.
To...
Mitros to Astoria is less than a day's worth of travel. It's basically 1 day of travel.
Okay. Say it takes us. Well, we don't know how long it's going to take us to do to reclaim
Cleansing.
them. Yeah.
That's like 3. That's 1 to
It's not
get
just
there,
that,
1 to do it, 1 to get back. Right? That's half the games are done.
Yeah. That's the
So-
half. Yeah.
But we also need, it's not just reclaiming, like we have to find the forge, reclaim it, get it
Mhm.
back into shape, then, make a magical instrument.
I feel
Well,
like.
I mean, I don't actually. It's like I figure we won't be doing that. I figure Vulcan. will
I think
get to work
once we do that, we can, Vulcan can probably look after it.
I think we should stay for the games. I mean, when else are we gonna get the chance, man?
And it is a good position to get more fame.
Fame is important. Right
Fame
now,
is
people are making sarcastic stories about us. Like right now, the play about what just happened is, and then they came to the king, and he gave them the chance, and they said, "Oh, well, the gods can do it." And people are like, that's what's happening right now.
What's next on?
Getting negged.
Next would be getting food, wine, and gifts from locals when we arrive.
See, that's much better
That's nicer.
than sarcastic recognition.
Yeah.
As
You
a
know, we have to go
player,
into
I'm,
there, oh, mighty heroes, welcome to the city. Yeah.
as a player, I'm absolutely down. I just can't. I don't. Yeah, Darius. I don't know. I'm having a hard
Once
time
you have the
justifying it.
weapons, what do you want to do with
I
what
mean-
is so the mines are waiting for us, but they are a means to an end. That end is not an end we can do immediately upon having dealt with the mines.
No.
Mm.
All
As
right.
such, we are really not that much in a hurry to get better weaponry compared to preparing ourselves to face the Titan. And more importantly, preparing the people here to assist us in that. I imagine we'll go with their heights and minds, and we have to win those to be worthy of them.
How respected are these games in Arisia? Like,
They are. I mean, they do happen exclusively in Mitros, which puts a bit of a sour taste onto them.
yeah.
But for an Arisian to score highly in the Mitrosian games,
I mean, it's a good fuck you to the Trocian.
exactly, yes.
I think Artemisia is begrudgingly liking the idea of doing the games just for the fact that not all wars are won with weapons.
Mhm.
So
You raise a fair point.
yeah, I think she'll say that then. I think she'll say it could be beneficial. After all, wars aren't only won with weapons, they are won with hearts and minds. And what better way to get a large audience than the Mitrosian games?
Besides, I feel like we need to reward ourselves a little bit too. We've been doing well so far, and clearly we've seen that maybe we should take this time to prepare and ready ourselves. As were it not for Fate's readers and the gods, we would be a member less now. Maybe rushing ahead is not the way to do it. At least these games are, non-lethal. Supposedly, as far as I know.
Kira ominously whispers, usually.
Yeah, I imagine there's like discus throws and spears. Being kind of the jock Demas is, I figured it's something he's
Yeah.
been watching and part of before.
Does Kira follow that up with a ooh?
No.
Someone entered a dragon into the wrestling competition. Like, what the?
No,
Okay.
you don't wrestle dragons. You wrestle black bears. There's a difference.
Fine, I'll wrestle black bear in armor, ideally. or Artemisia could do it without it.
Well, Artemisia will say there was that one time, and I think Kyra mentioned it before we went to kill the boar. It wasn't a black bear, but sort of shrugs.
Well then,
So, tell us more about what happens at the games. What's the schedule here?
What's the schedule?
Who signs up
Alright.
for what? What
What are we
accessories do
doing?
we need?
yeah.
Can I
The
sell t-shirts with my face?
Is there someone who sells Arisian clothes? Because now I need to represent.
There must be an Arisian envoy or something.
Sports
Yeah.
jersey.
There's got to be
You can-
someone.
Give me an Arisian Leatherman.
you can perhaps visit like a tailor or leather worker and get like knockoff Arisian clothes made very quickly.
Sure.
But as for the event, there's 7 games, as I've said before.
Mhm.
I lied. There's 6 apparently.
6 games. Right, the first
Seven?
is the
No,
first day is-
there's 7. Sorry, I missed one.
Okay.
It is day 1 jumping. It is a long jump event.
Oh, I've got to do that. Oh my god, I'm
Day-
gonna beat that.
Day 2 is running.
I'll
3
win.
is javelin throwing.
Okay.
Mhm.
4 is discus throwing.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
5 is wrestling. 6 is boxing.
Mm.
And the 7th event is a special one because it is a team relay race.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. I want to just.
We'll do all of them.
The only
All
one,
of them,
the
all of
wrestling
us.
is less important. Like I can probably do the wrestling, but
You're a monk.
Look-
You can do lethal damage.
look at Step of Wind
Mhm.
and look at the last couple of lines
yeah.
there.
You know, I'm like you're gonna
We
win
get,
this
if we get
completely.
you a scroll of jump as well.
I'm good at stabbing people with a sword while wearing heavy armor and a shield.
mhm.
I'll compete. I won't necessarily win. It's,
I think I'm
but
probably
a
just
monk
gonna
is
be
like
the guy
ideal
with
for
the
this.
microphone calling up again.
Demos would know that magical assistance in the games is not forbidden. In fact, it is definitely allowed.
I should
Each
take that one level of warlock.
each participant may receive magical aid from exactly one outsider.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And if you try to cheat on that rule, you'll get found out for sure. Demos doesn't know how exactly, but there's been some scandals before. One is okay, more than that, no.
I
So
mean,
we
the
can
Oracle's the
one
fucking
bar
judge.
here
I
then.
think the answer is pretty clear.
I need Long Strider.
But
That's
see,
what
what
I
if,
need.
like, what if like a druid turns into like a giant kangaroo for the jump or something, and then
Yeah, sure, why not?
it's like, all right,
Well,
all right,
I mean, even though
good,
this is
fine.
even though this is a
Human-
world where gods roam the earth, there's not too many high level people. Most people are low level, like
Well, that's
1 and 2,
Tyra.
you know.
One message.
But yeah, I mean, I like our odds for this.
Kira, and Demas, she can cast beneficial spell upon him that might help him do his work.
It might be slightly against the spirit of the games if one of the gods were to personally assist you.
Well, I mean, the thing is, she wouldn't assist me. She would sprout butterflies or blind me or something horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you want
But it would be funny.
Also that. She could try, but she might also accidentally like throw a fireball, which isn't exactly.
But at the other,
Uh, ooh.
But yeah, there is a quite the buzz about the games that you're gonna experience as soon as you leave the palace. Basically, people seem almost as happy about the storm being gone as they are about the great games no longer being delayed by said storm, as they were supposed to happen like a few days ago at least, which they didn't. It's a big deal.
that's
The
good.
king will be there and everything.
The king doesn't participate, I assume.
No, he doesn't participate.
Good. Otherwise, we couldn't beat him without him getting really mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 1 week out of a year, I think we can do it. And you know what? We don't have to win everything, as long as we perform okay.
So, I wanted to like quickly look up the rules on jumping, on long jumping specifically.
I'm sure this thing's got a
You would,
rule.
Jump calculator.
so long as you move 10 feet before the jump, you jump a number of feet up to your strength score, not modifier. So I've got a strength of 10, and Step of Wind doubles that, so I can jump 20 feet.
I'll be an 18 still.
20 feet.
Yeah, there's slight rules adjustments for these events.
Uh-huh.
You aren't doing them like in the heat of combat, so it works ever so slightly differently. But if you have any sort of features that say, oh, you double your jump distance, those obviously work.
Well, then I'm sure there's a bunch of elite sports people who'll kick our ass.
Oh,
If you
probably.
want, we can get a scroll of jump and long strider, and I can cast them on you. I believe.
I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna compete and then be as it may. I don't. Is there like what do we win if you actually win the thing? Like
So
a recognition. But
each game, for the top 3, you get a medal, reaching from bronze to adamantine to mithril.
can you
Interesting.
melt it down for armor?
They're fairly small for that. If you had like 5 adamantine medals, you maybe have enough for an ingot, but
Then you can hammer that out to shield, guys.
yeah.
5 victories, adamantine shield.
There we go. That's what we can do.
That's
We'll do it. All right. All right.
we all enter. Like
Suffice to say, the medals aren't really made
Nah.
for hammering into ingots. That's not exactly the point.
How much is
No.
a scroll of jump?
Okay, that's too much
Remember to look up.
investment. He's just gonna he's probably participated every year,
God.
and he's probably never won because he's not like an elite sports person. Yeah, but he's probably done decently enough. He's the champion of the city after all, so
Yeah.
up and coming and whatnot. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna participate, and if he gets some body inspiration or something like that, then that's cool. And,
Oh yeah,
so-
you guys are definitely have
Definitely,
some
yeah.
inspiration coming your way.
at least a +5. I mean,
Oh yeah.
like
that's
doubling my
at least a
level or
plus
better.
one. Pretty great. I only want to do jump just because of the hilarity of having double and triple.
Or you
Jump
could just get used to the boots of striding and springing or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think you can buy magic items.
I think you
No.
can, but they're very difficult. Like
No, buying magic items is just not a thing unless
Yeah.
you're offered specific opportunities.
Uh,
Same
so
for buying potions and such. Actually, they are fairly hard to get.
yeah. All right. I mean, let's
so
give it a
to
go.
answer your question, Halldamir, you're looking at 100 gold according to Xanathar's.
Good thing we get all of that money a lot.
Hmm.
Because
What
I have
money?
exactly. I don't have any money. I've got like 10 gold and 7 silver because dragon.
Yeah, I think I split it up already because the bank here just have bronze holy symbol of Sidon, 2 shitty spears, the horn, flesh tome, great axe of Xander, and shield of Vulcan.
I don't think we've gotten anything like
I mean, I have like 160 gold. I don't know what you're talking about.
really.
But yeah, I've still got quite a lot of
I
gold.
must not have written it down then. Let me
Spend it
Look
all.
back
Blew
in
it
our
all. That's
list.
what happens. There's nights out in town. Without Amnesia, wham, whole paycheck gone. I couldn't tell you where I got it from though, but it's here. So we have gotten some money certainly. It's probably been a while, and that's okay. Demas doesn't need money. He doesn't do this for money. He does this because playing in the games is fun.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't want to make it work. He wants to enjoy himself.
Demos would also know one of the rumors about the Great Games is that during the very first ones, the 5 actually participated, and supposedly Pythor won all the medals, all the first, second, and third places everywhere.
Well, yes. Demas can't live up to that. Not yet. Just imagine that being like, Lady Valis, Queen, now time for the spear throwing competition. Long jumping with Kyra. Like, no, of course, the God of War. Like, he probably loved it too.
Mhm.
He got all the medals. Makes sense. They disqualified gods for that.
Yeah, no one else would play.
No, yeah, exactly. Why do it again?
Yeah.
Maybe that would have kept him sane for a while.
Yeah, the games will start tomorrow, meaning as it is the morning of the day before that, you have an entire day to do basically whatever you like.
I mean,
Are the other gods attending, like watching, or have they all left?
Kira's not going to pass on that opportunity. Valis, being the queen of Mitros, will most definitely be there. Vulcan and Piper have left at this point.
they won't be there.
No. I mean, I just wanted to see if they were.
Vulcan seems to not care at all about that, and
No.
Pythor is probably just depressed about not being able to be there or participate.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could participate. I just don't think he could.
Yeah.
I don't think-
Darius would like to talk to Versi at some point.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can take her aside at any moment.
Sort of as everyone's getting ready to prepare for the games, maybe he's feeling a little more or a little less frazzled now that Artemisia seems to be okay. He says to her, like, I've been thinking for a while about when I would get a chance to come and see you, maybe on the way somewhere else. I'm happy that you're here. How are you doing? How are you doing? I think this is the longest we've been apart in a long time.
It is very true. It is difficult being apart, but this is how it has to be. We should enjoy the moments we have together. Of course, I will be fairly busy over the coming days, as I have to be at the Great Games at every single moment I am awake, I assume.
We'll get to be there together for once.
If you decide to participate, I'll especially have to keep some distance from you as to not suggest any inappropriate biases, but I'll manage.
Of course, naturally. I wanted to talk to you about the tomb. We went there recently. I'm sure you know that. I opened up, well, my grave and where Dareth Exel was entombed, and part of her has gone missing, and the instrument wasn't there.
You can see a slight frown appear for just a second before her usual regal expression returns as she says, I of course knew you had to go there, but I don't know what you were supposed to find, so I assume whatever it is you found is what you needed to see.
Okay.
If your instrument wasn't there, then it has been taken. If pieces of your companion are missing, then they too must have gone somewhere. Chase them, find them.
I think I have an idea of where to go. It's not a pleasant thought. But while you were here, I wanted to get your insight on it.
I've given you all the insight I can.
Do you think it could have been taken by the same person who took Kira's harp?
I believe Kira's instruments were taken by a band of rowdy fey creatures. I find it very unlikely that they too broke into the necropolis of Telemon.
Right. That makes sense. The other thing, do you know what happened to me after I drank from the horn?
No. What happened?
I'll just cast like detect magic or whatever, something to trigger the blessing of foresight and give her 2 temporary hit points. As her fate is steered clear of danger somewhat.
She like raises an eyebrow and frowns. I see.
I don't.
Well, it appears you've been given. Well, I can only make educated guesses, really, which infuriates me to no end, to say the least.
welcome to how the rest of us feel.
Maybe the horn triggered something. You've been close to me for so many years, perhaps. Although that makes little sense, it is. The gift of foresight is one that is inherited, not just manifested, unless actual divine influence is involved. And I don't mean whatever tricks Kira or Velis can summon, but truly from the heavens above.
Oh, I thought you should know in case you didn't. But yes, the moment I drank from the horn and saw the vision of Esther Archelander, it changed something. I've been able to make use of it to somewhat alter the dangers to come, but I couldn't save Artemisia.
Now you know how I feel every day. I see so much more than you must. Have been trying so hard to fix everything I can see, but it never quite works.
How do you deal with it? How do you... I've only just begun to try and work out how to make the tiniest step, and it's crushing every time that someone still gets hurt.
You simply try to walk the brightest road you can see, and to cope with it, you steal those little, quiet, intimate moments wherever you can.
Well, maybe together one day we can do something about it. We could do more.
Trying to convince yourself that there's more that you could have done is not healthy.
I'm not talking about that. I know you have to make decisions in the moment, especially in battle, and they're not always the right ones. I know it's not healthy to think about that. I'm trying not to. I could have just shot the woman who killed Artemisia instead of trying to cast a spell, and she unwove it before my eyes.
Maybe something even worse would have happened had you done that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying not to think about that too much, but it's just this being able to steer people's fates clear. And again, I only just have gotten this. If I can't ignore the urge to practice and try harder, especially with the days to come and the challenges that have been so far insurmountable. This feels like a gift that I cannot waste.
Truth be told, if Artemisia's death weighs so heavily upon you, know that I've known for a while.
Right. Okay.
If there had been something you could have done to prevent it, I would have been surprised. I have not yet been surprised.
I'm sure she can see a look on Darius's face as they continue on with their conversation. He doesn't really like bring it out much, but like he's not dissuaded from trying to manifest this more and you know steer the course of fate away from danger as much as he can. But he won't pursue it anymore, and he'll just invite her to spend the day together, spend the rest of the day since we're just in Mitros. We've never actually been able to go on a holiday or anything. So he'll invite her to just walk around the city and see the sights and whatnot. Take the moment, as she says.
She does admit that she would rather not walk the streets because people tend to accost her and ask for fortunes, and it's really quite rude.
Right. No, of course. Something more private?
She would enjoy that very much.
Well, there we go then. Maybe the camera pivots away as they walk off somewhere.
Demon's gonna go meet some of his old friends. Well, not really old, sort of current friends, you know. Hasn't been that long. Like he has a lot of people. He's grew up here. Like they used to go to the games together. Now he's with these guys, you know, and like they'll still go hang out for a day since no one really needs him here.
Yeah, there's probably like a few of his friends currently like stationed at the various gates and such.
Mm-hmm.
Those could be ambushed. There's of course the barracks and such. His family.
Yeah. Maybe he'll eat with his parents tonight, you know. Just catch up, be like, hey, yeah, I know we totally visit Necropolis, like the whole thing. Tell him about what's going on in his life. Hear what's up with them.
That is
Yeah,
certainly
they
a
always
gesture.
knew something like this would happen. He was always destined to greatness, but
That is certainly a gesture that is appreciated. You know, those that are chosen heroes, they would worry, become quite full of themselves, perhaps. But that's easy to prove that that's not the case.
it's that thing where Deimos, when he's with all these people, like here in the palace and such, he tries to be very stoic and heroic. But when he's with his friends, like alone, he's a slightly different person, right? He gets fall back into some of his older, sort of younger rhythms and in jokes, and just be comfortable with these people he's known for his whole life. Yeah, he's gonna go enjoy that for a day. Feels like he deserves it. It's important to remember why he saved this city, because the palace kind of sucked. Like, really. This was not the homecoming he wanted. And now he can go have the one he wanted. I'll be off doing that.
And what does Artemisia spend the day with? Other than looking for Arisian clothes. Which honestly may be an adventure in and of itself, I trust.
Yeah. I don't think she knows what to do, really, with herself. So I think she'll just sort of enjoy some downtime, I guess. After finding said clothes.
Just imagine her shopping with Eudora and both of them being like, don't know what to do.
Yeah, but then I think that she wouldn't really know what else to do in Mitros. She will just
wander.
Maybe just not out and about being, you know, Medusa and all. I think she'll avoid that in Mitros. But maybe around the palace. Maybe there's a library or war room with books about war. That's more her sort of pace.
Maybe. Although thinking about it, perhaps she might make an acquaintance as she looks around the city, looking for like an Eurasian traveling tailor or something.
Sure.
Because she, in doing that, might actually find another Eurasian in Mitros.
Oh.
Someone who doesn't seem to hail from her exact school of monkery, but she would recognize the clothing as being one of the other ones. Specifically, I have to look this up.
One of the outer monasteries.
It's the school of the open hand one. I don't know what
Oh.
exactly the temple is called, but while Artemisia, of course, fights with a shield as sort of the stereotypical fighting style of her monk order, there's of course the open hand as well.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see this guy.
Cool. That guy.
To not spend too much time on it, you probably get talking and realize that he too intends to participate in the games.
Okay.
So he introduces himself as just Sai. He seems very happy about meeting another Erisian in the city, as he has not been welcomed quite as well. He's been welcomed about as much as he had expected. You know, what else do you expect from Mitrosians? They don't know how to be proper hosts, and he is here to show them that Erisia is so much better anyway.
True. Ah, Artemisia would love this. Finally, with really similar company. As similar as one can get. Should enjoy some time, but not too much, for that would impose on my new friend. So, yeah, should enjoy some company with a fellow Arisian. That's for sure.
All right. Considering that Demos and Artemisia are out and about in the city, give me a D12
Each.
each.
D12. 7.
Some good old rumors as you walk about and talk to people.
Nice.
As Artemisia and Sai, but perhaps getting like a bite to eat somewhere. That seems reasonable. They overhear like the group next door talking about how Gaius, the leader of the Order of Sidon, seems to have more influence over the king than the goddess of wisdom Valus. Like, how did that happen? Like, that makes no sense, does it? But that's just how it is. It's weird.
That's because
You should kill it, dude.
they're both evil, obviously.
Well, more if
I
there's
agree.
some side on mind control shit going on.
Oh, that's true. Who knows? Good gossip.
As for Demos hanging around with his friends, would hear of a very appropriate rumor, as all the soldier types are talking about an Oriad by the name of Eco, who is apparently calling for war with Erisia again. She is very old and has been doing the same thing for hundreds of years apparently, because apparently Erisia stole her husband some time ago, and she should really give that a rest. Like, you know, just get over it.
I guess we have to kill all of them. We'll get to Sidon after.
Yeah, they're not sure if anything is actually going to happen there. Probably not, but
Probably not. Though, given the current king and Sidon worshipping people on the throne, maybe they will. Maybe something will happen.
The first Mitrosian campaign? It's
He
been
will- he
Arisian
will
campaigns.
He will use dragons probably to burn.
Maybe.
That's hard to defeat.
But
We'll have to stop him somehow.
Oh, we're definitely going to have to stop him.
Yeah.
It's obviously bad. It's all badness, but we're definitely going to have to stop that crap. Yeah. But that's for later. When we have our own dragons.
Alright. So a day is spent on just chillaxing a bit, walking around, having a talk to people. Definitely a necessary part of a hero's life, despite what the stories talk about. As Kira informs you that, you know, the stories are always full of action and all that, but that's just because the writers don't write about the important quiet moments usually. But they are definitely part of the journey.
I wonder what Eudora did today.
As the morrow can arrive, and we go into the games.
Long rest. Yes.
Yep, you can take a long rest. There's a bit of a thematic picture on the right for the games.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to take a
Excellent.
troglodyte into.
I love it.
Let's go.
Range some tokens
You get a
here.
full rest, by the way.
Yes.
Just gotta top that off. it's getting a little close. Close for comfort.
The games. The games are basically going on the entire day. It's not like the 2-hour affair that you assume a football game is. And they happen entirely in the crater of Mount Vulcan at the city's edges. There's a long, wide, and really just enormous in every aspect road leading in up the mountain and into the crater, leading into this large circular sort of area. The main battle arena, I guess you would call it, is fairly small, all things considered, but that's just because, well, there's thousands of spaces for spectators to stand around it, and around that is like an entire market where different people are trying to sell their foods and stuff, and there's even like some of the more exotic meals available, at least the ones that you can make quickly, including some Irisian cuisine.
Right.
Although there aren't that many spectators from Odyssey, actually. As for the participants, there's a whole bunch, actually. It's about like 30, 40 people, including you. A lot of those that want to join actually turned away at this point because there's just enough already. But you obviously get special consideration, considering, you are the chosen of the Oracle. So if any of you want to join any of the games, heroes don't have to adhere to rules.
Yeah. We're special.
Sorry,
We should be treated
registration
specially.
was last year.
Oh, excuse me, but I'm a hero. Or heard of me.
I'm prophesized. Get out.
I don't wait in lines.
I want my skinny mocha.
I'll be in my trailer. Probably when
All right, let's let the games begin.
All right. First day event is jumping. Long jumping, to be specific. To qualify to fight for the medals, first you have to win against 4 other average competitors. And if you beat those, then you can go into the finale, basically. Which ones of you want to participate?
I mean, yeah, I'll participate.
pretty good at acrobatics, so give it a shot.
Jumping's
Jumping would be
athletics.
athletics, yes.
Athletic?
doing
Okay,
that.
I'm out.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Running,
I'll try
jumping,
anything.
it's all about athletics. Acrobatics is holding your balance, which none of these events really value too much.
Well then, I'm probably going to be out of most of these games.
Yeah.
He's the bar with expertise athletics.
Yeah, I suck at athletics, but I can help. I've got some inspo.
The thing is, you might roll high. Like, again, I'm good at it, and I have a +6. So it's like,
Yeah, I might save it for the final round.
you can
to
still
give
beat
it
me
to you.
in
Yeah.
like 30% of cases or 40. You'll just beat me anyway.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see.
So sheep, so I understand this correctly, are they? So is it like there's basically 2 rounds? Like it's one versus the general populace, and then another
Yes.
round like
It is one.
of.
It is one to qualify and one to go for the medals.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one of you has the lower athletics?
Got
Me.
+6.
Or +2.
Okay, I'll give Artemisia a bardic inspiration for the qualifier round, and then hold on to the other 2 for the medal.
Demos is doing it in full plate, so
Well, that doesn't affect your athletics.
no, it
so,
doesn't. I'm strong enough that it doesn't.
Yeah,
But it looks cooler.
it does look cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I gotta admit. Alright.
It doesn't give you disadvantage on.
No.
Only on stealth checks,
I'm still.
Wow,
unless you have like less than 15 strength, in which case,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
on everything.
it's incredible,
But
very
to,
heroic.
to be fair, like plate armor isn't really that restrictive.
Yeah, there's those YouTube videos that show like
Yeah,
a guy
there's
doing
loads.
acrobatics and like
Yeah.
rolling and jumping and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna like get some of the like. They always have those guys who are walking up the aisles like with the like snack foods.
Just the
I'm just
peanut
gonna
guy.
hang out in the stands
There's
with
a
you, Dora,
peanut
buy
guy.
some snacks
Mhm.
and share them.
Love it.
Oh no, I don't want to take this away from the
Look.
younger generation.
Oh, fine.
Let them
You
have
can
it.
do it. I believe in you.
Yeah,
I
so
love
we're
it.
starting with jumping then.
Start with jumping.
Good.
Not quite.
Okay.
As just before the jumping qualifiers start, the crowd sort of sitting down, anticipating the official start of the festivities here. You can see Valis sitting up in the stands, observing everything. Where's the token? There it is.
Some shit's gonna happen.
A small regiment of soldiers wearing the reddish colors of the Order of Sidon march into the center of the arena. With them in chains, a Minotaur. As they announce in thundering voice over the now quieting down spectators that the daily sacrifice is about to begin, where 5 of the competitors may volunteer to slay this evil beast that is this Minotaur.
Oh, they sacrifice them. Alright. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
Is
it's
this
just the culture of
has
the
this
world.
been happening the other years? Is this what we do? We're killing Minotaurs?
If Demos has participated basically like the last 2 years, he would remember that it's new, but it's been going on since recently at least.
What's
This
the
would not be the first
justification?
year. What did you say?
What's the justification?
It's just, a bit of a better sacrifice, the Order of Sidon says, rather than just an ox, so that the Titans and gods may look upon this event in a more favorable light. It's an event that brings great honor to whoever participates, and the crowd loves it.
This is just the culture of the world that these characters live in until the Titans are defeated.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, we do have a Minotaur market as like its city district.
Yeah, there's
It
literal
certainly isn't
slavery.
like a
for...
thing. It's just distasteful, certainly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. Steven, this is a question for you, perhaps. How used would our characters be to the idea of having Minotaurs as like they're just savages, they're slave monsters?
If you are from Mitros, probably more so than other places. Like in Mitros, people sort of accept that as being a thing. Slavery is officially outlawed of any sentient creature. But Minotaurs sort of slip past the radar. There's controversy, to say the least. It's not just accepted.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially the Order of Sidon who pushes for it.
How do they pick this Minotaur?
Demos wouldn't know.
Okay. It didn't come up like during the first choosing when they were like doing this.
No.
He'll relay this information to us. Say the Order of Sidon has been doing this for a couple of years now. They're pushing for more and more of it. They love slavery and misery. So he didn't think so much of it before, but after after Archelander's tomb, you sort of feel maybe Archelander didn't. Maybe he actually feels like the Order of Silence kind of doing what he was doing too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yet another reason to change the course of the world.
Hmm.
This Minotaur probably is fighting here with because it has like a life debt or like oath of service to someone.
Or he simply had the misfortune of being born a Minotaur in a time of
Or
sacrifice.
they're made to make oaths of services.
Yeah, they're forced.
Now the question here is: do we step up and then not kill the Minotaur,
Because
making a giant scene about it?
it'll try and kill us.
Well, yeah, but we could not kill it.
Yeah, but I don't think there's like a time limit. I think it's like
Hmm.
people have either it dies or people die. Like, you know.
Yeah, but we don't have to play by the rules. We're heroes.
Yeah, but like, I don't think we'll be able to calm it down to not fight, so that we can go no. I
No, we
don't.
beat it up and win, and then we're like, nah, this is not going to Sidon. Fuck Sidon.
Hmm.
I don't know, but Demoness is up for heroics. For heroes, damn it. And so what if the people here think we're against slavery?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
our reputation can survive that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm fine with being against slavery. I don't know.
We'll just
Right.
say he fought well enough that he gets to live. It's all good.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't really want to sit back
Yeah.
and
You
just
know
watch
what?
this.
There's no time for that. Demas
Yeah.
will step forward. Sure.
Do it. Yeah.
Fuck it, right? He's got his plate mail. He's got his.
And you're in the arena already, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're ready.
Well, they're supposed to be contestants. That's the.
Well,
Yeah, the contestants would basically gather either at the edge of the arena or in the there's little rooms with those gates. That currently be open, obviously.
I can't let Demos go without.
Oh yeah, if a fight's gonna start, I'll jump out from the stands. For sure. But
Well, they might not pick us, but you know.
yeah.
No, they'll probably pick us.
But yeah, go ahead, okay.
I don't know why they would.
Make the first move.
I mean, it's the guy's choice now, right?
I mean, I guess we step forward.
Yeah, if some of the chosen heroes of the Oracle step forward to kill an evil Minotaur, the other side on people, or at least their like sergeant or whatever, seems surprised, but definitely then announces that if the chosen heroes of the Oracle wish to perform this great honor to calm the Titans, then who is he to stand in their way? Of course, the question is, do the chosen heroes wish to fight the Minotaur alone, or do they wish to join the other 3 volunteers
Wait, what's the
to
Minotaur?
do the usual group of 5?
What's the Minotaur got? Has he
The
been-
Minotaur got nothing.
He got nothing. I think we can take a Minotaur. We took one with like a legendary axe.
Great axe, yeah.
We're good.
In that case, you can fight him alone.
Alright,
The,
three-
the
three
crowd,
against one.
the crowd seems to appreciate this twist of drama.
Oh, the twist
I
hasn't
don't
even
wanna kill
begun.
Minotaur, guys.
I don't want to
Hmm?
kill it.
No, we gotta win, and then we can grant it its life or something.
Non-lethal killing.
Can't disappoint the crowd. Then they'll get mad.
I mean, Artemis is just hoping Demos has a plan.
Humans has a plan to be a hero.
Yeah, it's just like she saw Demos step forward, so she had to step forward. There's no choice in her mind there.
Dude, he just does what feels right. He's never been a guy for really complex plans. But this feels like what he should do. Doing it. He knows Kyra's in the stands. Kyra would appreciate the, his eyes gaze up and doesn't see her.
Yeah.
Did she miss
She's
it?
still in the palace.
Did something happen? Is she Sai?
She's high.
Is she the Minotaur?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Cairo the Minotaur, yes.
That's right.
Just
Uh,
for fancy.
In that case, if the three of you, it seems, volunteer for this combat, then the crowd is excited. Seeing the chosen heroes of the Oracle in action, like right away, that's not what they expected.
We're gonna steal this whole thing.
Thunder shall be stolen.
1 second. Doobie-doobie-doo. Just need to adjust this Minotaur. There we go. Flip him. There he is. Give me an insight check, actually.
Yeah, I'll give an insight check.
Alright, can do.
Let's see if he's an evil Minotaur. Sight on blessed Minotaur here. So insight would be in 0. Lovely.
22.
8.
Nice.
To Demos and Darius, actually, this Minotaur certainly seems like what they were promised. Sort of trying to get away from the chains, just generally trying to scare the soldiers that have trapped him and chained him rather thoroughly, with minor success, sort of faking charges even though he's chained. Couldn't really do much there, and actually having a good laugh about it. Artemisia does think that the laugh actually somewhat genuine, almost like it's this whole thing seems incredibly funny to the Minotaur.
Okay. That's troubling. But like, okay. Why do I have a feeling like it doesn't know that it's about to be sacrificed?
How would it not know, man?
I mean, it
Playing
was
with
just
Being
said,
brought in
wasn't
in
it?
chains, right?
This is so okay. This is weird, but all right.
And with that, basically, after the captain of the Order of Sidon here giving you a countdown, they will drop the chains and run.
Oh, Demas, while the countdown holds up the shield, his shield with the big Mitrosian sigil on it,
Yeah.
You would see.
I suppose Artemisia will put up her shield, but it's a Dragonlord's shield with a.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. That's a big imagery there. That the Dragonlord's holding an Arisian shield and the Arisian's holding a Dragonlord shield.
Yeah, the crowd is excited nonetheless. There does seem to be like a certain camp of spectators that make a point of cheering less whenever Artemisia does anything, but they're not that prominent.
Demas doesn't notice. He's magnanimous.
Right, and then
It just from death. It's just like not really.
Initiative, I guess.
and then with the clattering of chains as the Order of Sidon people quickly run into safety, the Minotaur thoroughly fixated on the three of you.
All right. Seems like Minotaur is ready to fight for his life. He's unarmed, yeah.
He is unarmed.
Beyond his giant fists and horns, chains, I guess.
He has giant fists and horns, indeed.
Oh, Demas is glad he brought his armor. This is good.
As Darius gets sacked first.
All right, I will hold up my sword and shield, ready for the fight, but cast bless on the group. As a first level spell, we all get to add d4s to our attack rolls and saves. And I'll stay in formation with the other two shield bearers.
All right.
Yeah, I'm saving my inspiration for the contest. So
Are we moving up?
that's me.
Are we moving up, Demas? Or are we letting it come to us? Got a
I mean,
nasty
it's
charge.
Minotaur. Demons would want to move forward.
Yeah.
I can't act yet, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're all
checking.
going at the same time, so could we just like, yeah, I guess I can use my move to move like here. Get ready for you guys.
You charge the Minotaur.
We
Crowd
charge.
goes wild.
Oh,
let's not make this too quick.
stab it. Let's not. Has blessed with it, so 25.
25 is a hit.
Seven.
Smack the Minotaur.
Good idea. Plus 1d4.
Is sliced. Despite being unarmored, Minotaur's thick hide doesn't seem to bother him too much.
I totally forgot to use the one with martial arts, so I forgot to add martial arts attack.
All right. That's a natural 20.
And that 20.
Ooh.
I need to remind myself.
Foot to the face.
Plus 4. So it's 2d4 plus 4. 10.
10. Oh yeah. Minotaur staggers slightly. A grin appearing on its like toothy face.
Finally, after being slave for his whole life, he can get to fight back.
I just smacked the tooth loose.
Demos.
Dimas is, he's watched people do this, though not usually. I don't know. The Minotaurs usually fight back, and honestly, he has some of that war blood in him. So I think he'll go all out and cry out the call for shield wall. Form up. We fight as a unit here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then we will move in to position.
The cool imagery of Demos shouting it, and then then Artemisia and Darius just assuming their
Yeah.
positions like
Yeah.
flawlessly.
Move in. Swing the sword.
Slashing the Minotaur. Mean gash.
Don't want to go all out yet, so that's it.
So shield wall, sorry, remind me, if you have a shield, you
Plus
gain an
3.
extra plus.
Shields are worth +1 more, and if you're next to someone else who has a shield, they give you +2.
Right. So
Right now,
currently, as
all of
long
us
as
get a
we all
plus-
stay in formation, we all get +3.
Yep.
Yep. That's great.
Cool. That's incredible.
It's so damn good.
Pretty fucking good, yeah. It's what this archetype is all about.
Yeah.
Helping people with shields. And I'm glad everyone took one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. It is the Minotaur's turn. Who in like Minotaur accented common says, "Ho ho, you're pretty good. Let me show you something." As he backpedals, you can take your attacks.
I'm not in threat range of
Cool.
him, so
That is a hit and another hit.
bam, bam.
Didn't like that much. But he will charge Artemisia.
Alright.
With a gore attack. 13. Misses
Nice.
terribly.
Awfully.
Minotaur seems awfully disappointed. But actually, he has a multi-attack, right? Yeah. Oh, but he doesn't have his axe. Oh, he's so disappointed they forgot to give him his axe.
We can
Yeah.
give him one, make it even the odds a little bit.
Call it out then.
Yeah.
There you go. Call it out.
I mean, do it.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Let's put on a spectacle. Does he does he actually say something about
Yeah,
like,
he like
"Ah!"
he like mumbles something. Oh, if only they hadn't forgotten to give me my axe.
And then with a flourish, Darius moves to the back where he's keeping the axe and say, and then sort of showboat to the crowd to be like, "Oh, he wants his axe, does he?" And it says, "Let's give him a more fair fight," like holding the axe up like with two and then tossing it on the
Wait,
ground.
that axe?
That axe? We're giving him that
Magical power axe? Okay.
It doesn't have magical powers. It's still broken. It's just an axe at this point,
Yeah.
but it looks
Right.
fancy.
The Minotaur will catch the axe and
Yeah.
say, "Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. This should be a better fight now."
Yeah. Said, how about you go get a few more Minotaurs, and then it'll really be an even match. Can only do so much for you.
They only brought me, I'm afraid.
And then I'll move up and attack him. With my rapier. I am blessed. No advantage. 21 for 4 damage.
Poke the Minotaur.
Oof, rolled a 1 on the damage there. Not good. That's okay.
Things happen.
That's it.
It's amazing.
So I'm gonna move down just so that we get a nice formation of just because Demos can then move down to get in.
Sure.
Just so it's prettier.
He could have gone down here too. So
Yeah,
it doesn't really
that's
matter.
fine.
But then she will attack. How 24 for 6,
24 hits.
and then 13.
13 does not.
Okay.
Demos.
Who's down here? So what did you do to deserve being killed in a fight as a sacrifice for Sidon? Let me know, my foe. Strikes out.
Ow.
Ooh.
Excellent blow.
20. Oh yeah, okay. Blesses
Yeah,
him.
So
rolled a
moving back
19
down.
and a
You know,
4
it's
on
like
his bless.
open the formation in our turns, basically, as we all strike, and then it's like back behind the shields, covering one another.
Yeah. It's perfect. I'm sure that the two of you have been drilling me and Eudora for a while.
The Minotaur spends like just a moment to like hint at a shrug before he says, "Oh, you know how people are. Not the first sacrifice I've survived." Before
That's our key, guys.
bringing down the axe on, Darius gave him the axe. That was very nice. So he's gonna attack Darius recklessly.
Ooh.
Ooh. He's going to
Good.
regret that.
21.
21 is a
50.
miss as I call out with my own foresight and oh no, it was a shield wall.
Nice.
Hey,
27
27.
will do it. 27 will do it though. 16 damage. Ooh, ow.
Yeah, great axe hurt.
Oh, the first hit smashes into the arena floor, like dislodging some of the rocks, leaving a bit of a crater. The second one, like more of a horizontal slice, just knocks the wind out of Darius a bit. Darius.
I will, as a bonus action, use Healing Word on myself.
By the way, concentration check, right?
Ooh, that's correct. Yes.
Figured that was part of the.
Thank you for reminding me. No, I lose bless.
Okay, no more bless.
I will then.
Wait,
Well, that
Is
that
bless
hurt quite a bit.
concentration? I don't
Bless
think
is
bless
concentration.
Is it?
It is.
Unless the
It is.
druid is doing it by sacrificing people.
Okay.
Yeah,
It just
Eudora's
doesn't say
is
it in the thing.
Eudora's is better than mine, but it requires a sacrifice. So if we're on an opponent against, like if we're against one guy, it's not going
Can't
to
activate
trigger.
it even.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
can't activate it. So
yeah.
I just took bless just to cover us for when.
Yeah,
when
it's
that
just
is
it's,
over.
it's just the
Good spell.
macro didn't say concentration. So.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh shit, yeah. I'll fix that another time. But yeah, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, giving myself a further +2 because I can't take that again. And then I will attack him now that we're attacking with advantage. Don't need to bless as much. Wow, 19 for 4.
19 hits.
There we go. And then I will give myself another +2 AC. Crazy.
The Minotaur says, "Ho ho, you're stronger than the last ones I won against."
Eyes light up as Darius adjusts his own fate to avoid getting that again. Said, might be
Uh,
more focused on your own future. If I were you.
I. Oh, yeah, I'll use a key point for a flurry of blows. So, first attack with the first martial arts. 23 for 5.
23 hits.
19 for 6.
Also hits. And with all these repeated blows, just laying into this unarmed Minotaur, the last strike
Bam.
brings him to below 0 hit points. The crowd cheers. Sacrifice is at hand.
I guess Artemis
All right,
will look
Demas,
to
what's the
Demos,
plan?
yeah. Like,
Yeah, our game. I don't want to push this beyond what we're comfortable with, but one part is to say that this Minotaur fought well and that this battle was beautiful enough that it was sacrifice enough and that he
Yeah.
should live to try another day. However, there's another chance, which is we turn to those Sidon people who brought him and tell them that let's raise the odds. If you can kill us, then you know. That'll
Yeah,
be
do it. Yeah.
if they can kill us, how many of them are there?
I have no clue.
Well, I'm asking.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
There's
Yeah.
6 of them.
We
can
can
take
take
6.
6 soldiers.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, this whole thing we've been showboating for the crowd, so maybe that'll do. Maybe they'll actually let it slide if the crowd is jazzed enough.
Yes, Demas will look down at the Minotaur as it crumbles with the axe laying there on the ground. And so look to the crowd, raising his hands again, a
Pick up
shield
the axe.
pulling them. And I leaves it there for Minotaur to have
Mhm,
for now. He says, and that was hardly a battle, they're yelling at. Now, to make my father proud, we would have to raise the odds, I think. As he looked to the priest of Sidon. So then, you send a Minotaur to us, and he lost, but he was meant to lose. Come, let us raise the stakes. Fight the heroes of prophecy yourselves, worshippers of Sidon. Let us see who shall be the sacrifice then.
Give me your choice of diplomacy or intimidate, depending on what effect you're going for here.
Can my showboating for the crowd count as a help action for Demos to make this a more
I think
educating
so.
prospect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the hype man.
Intimidation is also taunting, and I feel like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we'll do that with advantage then.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
That's even better.
Yeah, 20. They're like captain of the Order of Sidon, the priest, as his dual purpose would be here. Frowns, obviously surprised at the taunt, at the offer, before he turns to the crowd and says, "With this Minotaur, the Titan has been calmed. He looks upon these games and thinks that they are good. There's no more action needed. Save your energy for the actual games ahead, heroes. Show your heroics through fair play rather than breaking tradition."
Just hear a gag.
All I hear is a captain who does not believe that he can overcome such adversaries.
The crowd sort of boos as the captain speaks. They want to see the fight.
Yeah.
But
Darius
the
starts
Order Sidon just turns around and leaves.
Is the Minotaur dead?
No, it's basically up to you. He is out, unconscious. Seems to be breathing still.
Darius would like to walk around the stadium and basically be calling out to the crowd and being like, who wants to see the fight? And saying, look at these cowards as they flee as their Titan watches amongst them, and try and really sort of turn the crowd against the Order of Sidon.
Yeah. We'll let them leave and then we'll heal the Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
At Darius is hyping up of the crowd, You actually all of a sudden hear a sound as if a bell had been rung, but loud to the point where it's borderline painful. As the crowd quiets down, and Valus's words echo over the arena in sort of a ethereal sort of. It's not loud, but it's perfectly understandable from however distant you are. As she says, "Let us not devolve into bloodlust, for this is a game of athletic excellency, not one of murderous rage."
Demas raises his hand and says, "Well said," and bows deeply to Valus, up there, gesturing. Says, "Great queen, it is not about bloodlust." She looks to the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Darius, this is your turn.
Oh yeah, as you said, yeah, precisely. And sort of raises up a fist with the sword in hand and said, in accordance with the queen's wishes, no blood shall be spilled as a sacrifice this day. As we can help up the Minotaur.
Brush him off.
Live to fight another day, then.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about that tooth.
Hey, we just saved his
Sure.
life.
Yeah.
Next time, don't forget your axe.
Yeah. I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Take this as a chance to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd does seem to, as the shock of the divine intervention to quiet down the crowd basically wanes off. The crowd does seem to get rowdy at the thought that you're not killing the Minotaur. Like that's some of them have only come here to see the Minotaur die. This is a tragedy. But as you suggest that, Valus, in the same voice that overpowers everything, says, "If that is the hero's wish, then it shall be done." The crowd does not seem pleased at all.
Yeah, well, you know what? We gave the Lords of Sidon a chance to rectify, and they did not, so.
Yeah.
We're a new kind. Yeah, Demas will,
Regardless. Yeah.
I don't know, pull up the Minotaur if possible. Like, when we wake him up. Oh,
It's
he's
a
probably
bit of
better
a.
terms. Yeah.
It's not easy to lift up a Minotaur, but if anyone can do it, it's Demos.
Mhm.
So he sort of mumbles, still half dazed. "Oh wow, well there was 3 of you, which is a bit unfair, but good."
I would agree. You fought well, though you were meant to lose.
Ah yes, that's us Minotaurs, meant to lose. Huh. Wasn't very funny, was it? How about we grab a drink?
Demas
That
nods.
sounds
Says,
wonderful.
I think the games will start soon, but I'd like to take you up on that, yeah.
But you have to pay, I have no money.
I'll pay.
Does this Minotaur have a name?
He hasn't introduced himself yet. You can ask him.
Yeah. What's your name, friend?
He says, I'm Bulwark. Hello, you are chosen heroes, I've heard you called, but that's quite a name.
Please call us by your names. I'm Darius Halcyon.
Darius
Pleasure to have
Halcyon.
fought against you. And he extends an arm for him to take.
It's quite a mouthful, Darius Halcyon. Can I call you Dari?
After that fight, you earned it.
He smiles broadly at that. So he gets up. You guys are all right. I think I'll go with you.
Demas nods.
Yeah.
Then perhaps after today's games we shall meet up. I am Demas. Oh.
Demos, that's short enough. I like it. This stupid cow brain of mine doesn't remember names good.
Self-deprecating. It's okay. He can say it.
Can say it.
You're not allowed to say it, but I can say it.
And Artemisia will,
At least, we'd be punching down.
yeah,
Again.
she'll extend her hand and say, Artemisia.
He just sort of emptily smiles. Still a bit dazed, obviously.
The Minotaur's like,
Sorry.
"You, Elysian."
Exactly.
Like, then we'll just grab his pouch and hand him a gold piece.
Yeah.
A little bit to cool your head.
Oh, thank you very much.
Just while we're, for a drink, basically, while we're going to be long jumping. Guy's probably going to have a terrible headache. A little bit of drink could help him.
The snacks are actually quite good. Gestures up to the crowd.
I don't think I should go there.
Probably not.
The crowd at the gesture of giving a Minotaur money is getting a bit uppity. But, there's a good portion at least that are enjoying the twists and drama, and perhaps even quite a few that enjoy seeing the other side and not get what they want. It's a wild mix of clashing opinions.
But that whole recently, like yesterday, wanted to destroy the city.
But to say that sounds like
So
Right to make famous.
Dinos looks up and remembers the faces of all the people who do not cheer.
add them
The
to my
Red
shit
Knight
list.
will happen soon. No, none of that. Instead, he just nods the Minotaur and sort of turns his back to him and spreads out his hands and says, let the game begin. I mean, that's how it goes. He's a badass. Doesn't matter what these people think. They'll know of him. They'll talk of him. This, if anything, will be spread out amongst the people.
Mhm.
And more importantly, might get spread out to the people we need to know it, which is the non-humans of Thylia.
That's true.
So as we're all Thylians, Demas doesn't care. If you're badass, then you get to be recognized.
The Minotaur will basically wander off stage to have a rest.
Yeah, do it.
Mm,
Do it, man.
With the guards, they're not really sure what to do, so they just sort of leave him alone.
Good.
Give
Those
him
are-
a death stare.
Let him
if
go.
they look like they're going
I'll
towards the
fight the
Minotaur.
guards. Really, I mean, if I was more bloodthirsty, I could ask the crowd who would come challenge me. but
Hmm.
let's not. Let's go long jumping.
Dallas would bring down the hammer. Yeah.
Better. My shield will end, by the way, so
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
worry.
same with Shield of Faith. So. Excuse me. I believe there's a long jump competition. So
He does as he vaults 30 feet in the air.
runs up the wall. I believe there's a long jump contest that other people are doing.
Yeah, standing jump up.
Yeah. There's small craters in the sand where he pushed up from.
All right, jumping. These are the rules for jumping, which may or may not differ from the rules that you have in the book. But since this is competition, they are slightly different. You can choose to perform a standard jump, which will result in a long jump that is equivalent to the strength score that you have. So if you have 18 strength, it would be 18 feet.
Mhm.
Of course, any abilities you have, like double your jump distance, would double that distance.
Yep.
However, you can try to go further than the standard jump. This requires a DC 15 athletics check. Failure means that you subtract a d4 from the distance you would have normally jumped, so strength minus a d4. But a success adds 1 feet with an additional 1 feet for every 3 points rolled. So if you roll a 15, you would get your strength plus 1. If you rolled an 18, you would get your strength plus 2, and so on.
Ooh, I like it. Am I still getting that bardic inspiration?
Oh hell yeah, buddy!
All right.
Well, this is the qualifying round, right?
This is the qualifying round, but he's got 2 more.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna give 1 to Artemisia for the qualifying round, and then 1 to each of you for the final round.
Because I think I can qualify just by not trying.
Yeah, exactly.
I would,
Artemisia's strength is quite a bit lower than yours. So.
yeah, but I can double it, so I can go 2 feet further than him.
To me, it does more than I do.
Yeah.
Jumping.
You can double it? Oh, right, with your Step of the Wind.
Good thing.
So as I have
Well,
a
still,
base
I have
10
3.
strength.
We only like it's 1 game per day, right?
Yes.
So I can just long rest and get him back. So there's no reason not to give it to you.
Let's give it a go. I might as well just give
Yeah.
it a go. Just for the
I
fun.
believe in you.
Yeah. All right, I'll do the athletics jump. Does my jump double after the?
After, yes.
Okay.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay, so it's. Let me check that it's right. I haven't checked it in all.
Ooh.
Oh, that
That's not amazing.
even with blessed, that's gonna fail. What is your strength score?
10.
So Artemisia managed to jump 7 feet.
14 feet because I can just
14 feet.
use my
Yeah,
key
can you
points.
add Bardic to that? Add your 5 or 6.
Athletics roll, but I don't know if that would
No,
actually.
that won't be enough. It needs to be 15.
Yeah.
Right.
I needed
Oh,
to
yeah.
basically roll. Actually, wait. Yeah, I needed to basically roll not awfully. Slightly above
Above
average,
average.
not.
Amos
4.
is not going to push himself for the qualifying round. He thinks his 18 is going to be fine.
So
My 20.
Demos with a chill run up jumps a casual 18 feet. The crowd cheers, having expected nothing less.
He's still wearing his plate mail. So
Yeah.
makes it fair.
In your qualifying rounds, there are 4 other competitors you have to beat.
Mhm.
3 of them, I can tell you, will also take the safe approach, jumping 12, 13, and 13 feet respectively. But the last one, he sees that right now, he would probably lose, so he's gonna go for the risky run up, which means he's gonna try to beat
I
the
might
DC.
get beaten. Damn it.
The DC 15, which he fails.
Yeah, I qualify.
He jumps but
Look at the
trips
second
ever so
highest.
slightly and jumps a whole 10 feet, coming
Yeah,
last.
13, 13, 11. So I think Artemisia has got it.
Yeah, got
He must
14.
sometimes forgets that normal humans don't get to have a 28.5 or whatever. 5.5. They get to have 10s and 12s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do the other winners get?
Qualified.
Yeah,
I
this is
mean,
just
like-
the qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, what are the other qualifiers getting? Because you scope out your competition, obviously.
13, 13, and 12.
As for you're basically qualifying in groups of
Yeah, that's what I
around.
mean. Like the winners
Oh.
of the other groups.
Well, you don't get told.
Okay.
I
Wearing
won't know.
patted on the back and having like a towel thrown over,
But I can tell you who, in fact, qualified.
Yep, sure.
Sigh.
One person Demos would actually vaguely recognize, as she has been a staple of the Great Games for the past few years. A grizzled old soldier by the name of Spira, who is, she gets some recognition for her determination, but she's never done quite that well, perhaps. Maybe like a little like Demos, perhaps a little better. But she is here despite having had an injury recently, much to the liking of the crowd. As she has grit, she has determination.
Mm-hmm.
She is the underdog here. The other one is another crowd favorite, as he's basically the person who gets cheered on the most by the Midrosian people whenever Demos is not around. For he is also a champion of the people. Not a soldier like Demos is, but a gladiator who participates in those kinds of fights.
Oh.
He is Leland the Gladiator.
Leland the Gladiator. All right.
Leland.
The crowd isn't sure about the third participant here because her people don't usually come to the Great Games, actually, as she is one of the Amazonian warriors who supposedly live on an island deep into the Forgotten Seas. But in a a group of those Amazon warriors have actually arrived in Mitros for the Great Games. And the crowd is excited to see what's going to happen here.
All right.
You do notice some resemblance to the servant that actually fetched you to Velis. The same sort of complexion, the same sort of sort of face paint like something along those lines. And
Sure.
the fourth person, representing Astoria, a not quite a soldier type, but certainly someone who seems to be very confident in their own abilities. Perhaps more the adventuring type, actually, who's introduced as Egan.
All right.
As each one of them seems to also have some magical assistant, with Spira and Egan having, if you look at the people they're sort of discussing with, they don't look that, master spellcaster at all. But both Leland and the Amazon warrior by the name of Hetria seem to have some more competent people on their side.
All I need is to feel inspired.
I mean, it would look cooler if we're doing it like we do well, just off of the back of our own party's strength, basically. Some mild inspiration.
Is everyone like after the qualifier gathered up for the next round?
Yeah, basically, the people are being introduced. Of course, Deimos and Artemisia both sort of introduced, not exactly separately. You're both mostly introduced as the chosens of the Oracle, which, some people, maybe righteously so, suggest that isn't that a bit biased considering the supposedly neutral judge is the Oracle, but people go with it.
Well, I mean, it's not that she wanted to choose us; it's that there was no reality where she didn't. No.
Yeah. I'll make my way down because I'm gonna do something else to help our guys here.
All right, let's prepare to jump.
Yeah, but as everyone's grouped up, I would like to cast Detect Magic to see if I can notice any effects that are, or identify any effects that are on them. And Artemisia can gain 2 temporary hit points as I do that.
Let's see. Detect magic. How much information does that give you?
If I sense magic on them, I can spend an action to identify the school of magic, if any, and then from there, would I be able to use identify? But I would at least be able to see, I think, if they have like magic items or if they have spells cast on them.
You would be able to tell that both Leland and Hatrea seem to have transmutation magic on them.
Not surprising.
And Spira and Egan have, what school is that? Enchantment on them.
Yeah, not surprising.
Okay. Interesting. Yes, they probably have like Long Strider or Jump.
Yeah.
Cast on them. I do not have either of those spells, but I'll share that information with you two, just so you know what you're up against.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Deimos doesn't need to win. He just needs to do well and have fun.
Yeah.
That way,
Alright.
he is like Spira. He signs up even though he in past years he probably signed up too. Even though he maybe didn't even qualify or whatever when he was younger, Maybe there wasn't room here for him.
Let's do some initiative here.
Okay.
All right.
Just to sort the order of participants.
Yeah. I will give both of them Bardic Inspiration, and then as Artemisia is walking by and still have the light from the divination there, and adjusting her fate, I'll put my hand on her shoulder and say, I know you can do this,
Mhm.
and cast guidance on Artemisia.
Another D4.
Another D4.
Yeah, it's bless doesn't
Three
work for it,
bless.
but guidance, it's a skill check, so
Yeah.
you're inspired and your fate's adjusted to help you win.
As
Step back with the other magical folk.
Hatria will go first. She has advantage, and will of course go for the long jump.
Mhm.
But she
Ooh.
fails. As she'll do around 11. Put her like here.
Yeah, 11 is certainly a
Oh,
low benchmark.
Mhm.
Leland. Well, Leland thinks this is incredibly funny. You know, this mysterious Amazon warrior who everyone assumes can jump up buildings and fly 1,000 feet with wings of whatever, just, barely qualified for
I
this.
want him to fail so hard.
It just falls on his face.
Yeah.
This is where he'll shine.
He rolls a 1, just falls down. He trips.
As he is actually quite amazing. He has advantage too. He rolls a 27.
Damn.
Ooh.
As how much even is that?
So it's like plus a d4 for every
What was it? So, like,
additional 3.
there was 27,
So 18.
15, and then 12 divided by 3, I guess?
Yes.
So 4d or 3d4 extra.
Would get 4 extra
4
on top of
extra
his
feet.
massive
Oh.
strength score, which means he'll jump 22 feet.
Oh, so
oof. That's a potential winner there.
I can still win.
I'd have to do real well. Yeah. Well, you can
Yeah,
double
you guys
yours.
gotta-
I can. I can still win, basically. What I'm seeing here.
Egan doesn't have as much magical support, but he's gonna try his best. For Astoria, representing, the city of the god of battle. Not the god of long jumps, but still. As he makes it, he gets 2 extra feet on top of his 16, making him jump 18.
All
Should
right.
probably note down how far they actually got. Sort of arranging them by the distance, but
I mean, you can just put them in order of like.
Who's in,
Oh yeah.
who's in what
little
position?
notes there. Yeah, there you go.
good enough. Artemisia.
All right. Well, one thing that I do have is inspiration, normal inspiration.
Ooh.
So I'll use that to give myself advantage on this check. So I'm gonna.
You're inspired. You're inspired again, and your fate
I did.
Yeah.
spun.
And then I'll add bardic inspiration after I roll. So
Good thing. Good thing you fucking used that.
30.
30.
So
30,
Yeah,
that
you
is
got the 6.
5 feet on top.
15 feet, then double it because pow. So 30 feet.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
It couldn't go better. Like literally.
Yeah,
Fire move action. Yeah.
jumping a massive distance. The crowd is both, enjoying this and not because she's from Eresia.
They know the monk bullshit that the Heresians do.
There are some shouts that surely the curse's nature of this hero is cheating and she should be disqualified. The gods don't want her here, clearly.
Valis just gives them a death stare.
All right. I mean, Dylan's got to go for it, trying to roll 2. Though an 18 would be like a 3rd place almost. But let's see if we can actually win a 3rd or 2nd place.
I believe in you.
I don't think I could beat a 30. Yeah. Let's see. We got the guidance. We got the bardic. So let's see. First and foremost, I don't think I have inspiration.
I have to concentrate. So unless I can run up and cast guidance on you right now, you wouldn't have it.
I mean, it's not like one contestant jumps right after the other. There's a little bit of downtime between.
All right. In that case, yep. Run up, guidance. Run back.
All right. Let's hope for a good roll.
I
I
believe
only get
you.
one
I
shot
believe
at
you.
I'm
that.
like the
Yeah,
ball
that's
boy
pretty
in
good.
a tennis
Could
game.
be better.
Oh, so you haven't.
We have a D4, so that is 24
And then
as
That is-
my
Bardic.
check.
No, Bardic as
9.
well.
That's
I might as well add the 6 or the body inspiration die too.
Yeah, the 5 or the 6 from Bardic.
So I'll roll D2 and then plus 4. Or wait, no. How do we do
No,
this
roll
again?
a
We
D-
roll a
roll a
D6.
D6
You roll a
because-
D6 and you roll.
5.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
which is the minimum. So yeah.
All right. So we have 24 plus 5 is a 29.
29.
29. That means 14 above. That is an extra 4 feet.
So
So
I have an 18, so that
22.
is 22.
Oh, you're
Nice.
tied
Leyland.
with Leland.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it means that Artemisia is undoubtedly first place, getting the Mithril medal in this jumping contest.
Does Spira not go?
She can't beat.
I forgot about her. Yes, she will not be overlooked. Damn it.
She goes 40 feet.
When she tries, let's see, she has bless on her. She gets, she beats the.
She has
the
bless.
Yeah.
Does
Doesn't,
have bless.
doesn't work on skill checks. She's cheating.
Oh, it doesn't. No.
Bless doesn't work on skill checks.
That's
No.
attacks and saving throws.
That's why I use guidance. But
Well,
I mean,
she has guidance then.
the
acolytes have access to that
like
as well.
she's cheating.
Which means she jumps grand total of 15 feet.
I mean,
Well, with
Sarah
Gives
that,
the polite golf clap.
that she still seems to be one of the crowd's favorites, despite not performing quite up to her standards. The pure grit and determination of an injured old veteran still trying to participate and doing so reasonably well. I mean, she beat the mystical Amazon warrior. So, but Demos and Leland have to do a tiebreaker here.
oh, great.
Ooh.
Well, I guess the same roll again, then. Or
Yeah, I'll cast guidance
How-
on
how do we-
Demos
Yeah,
again.
basically the same thing again.
all right. I'm probably not going to roll as well because I got a 16 in my roll. So does he want to go first?
Yeah, he'll accept going first.
Do you have inspiration?
I don't. At least I don't
You
think
get
so.
a-
I hadn't written it down. If I did, so
28.
oof.
Can
Which
I
is-
give my inspiration to Demos? Because I have one from the role playing at the tomb.
You could, sure.
Yeah, why not?
I'll do
Let's,
this roll twice.
Instead of bardic inspiration. give you-
Leland jumps.
26.
Nat
That's a nat
20!
20. Doesn't get better than that.
Oh, and then guidance, D4.
Yeah, you got nat 20 on the second roll.
27. Don't have
27.
any more bardic inspiration, sadly. But
Yeah.
27 is plus 12, which is 4 feet up your strength.
so I get 22 again.
Another tie. The crowd goes wild. Who is truly the champion of Mitros? Nobody knows.
I guess.
People seem to be leaning mostly on Leland initially, but Demos through the repeated attempts at beating this previous winner of the Great Games even is getting their hearts here. All right,
Let's try it
Go
again.
again.
Oh,
No
Demos doesn't
inspiration,
get
no
anything from,
excuses.
it being a nat 20.
Ooh, this is great math.
he gets
Oh,
a net
crap.
20.
Well,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Well, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Jumping
only something-
23 feet.
I get 20.
Uh,
That is plus
Right.
2.
So I land 22, 1 foot less this time.
Well, Leland's second place, but he does like go up to Demos and like does the whole good game handshake thing. But as he does, he's basically like, "Hey, champion of Mitros, were you? I think that time's over. Go be a hero outside instead. City's got a new guy."
Punch him in the face.
Demas shrugs and says, "You have a couple of years on me. I'll give you that. Let's see how this goes next year."
Couple years, couple feet, couple everything, I'd say.
There's still 6 more games to go.
But that ends game 1. Despite having played this out fairly quickly, it does take multiple hours. There's a lot of intermissions and like little dance routines and breaks in between and all kinds of things. Takes forever.
Demas for that. Well, we'll congratulate Artemisia on her amazing jumping. Like the wind carried her half the way.
That's true.
Just threw it, didn't touch the ground once. Bouncing. I wonder what a fly spell would do for this.
Flying is considered,
Whoa, 100 feet.
flying is considered cheating for anything involving jumping.
Yeah, obviously. I think that's a good one. With better magical assist.
But the day ends with a quick ceremony of handing over the medals. If we do it like so.
Hey, between our party, we got gold and bronze. That's pretty good.
Well, if you
Mithril.
look at golden bronze, you get Mithril,
Mhm.
Elon gets Adamantine, and Demos gets bronze.
Great.
I want to want to mention with the jump spell, which would have tripled my jumping distance. Imagine jumping horizontally 90 feet.
Yikes.
I mean, someone done it at some point in
Someone's
these games.
done
There's
it.
500 of them.
Pythor's
Oh,
record is
499.
100.
I guess we can discount the first one because Python won everything.
Yeah. What was Pythor's record? 312
Whatever God of
feet.
War's strength score is,
Yeah.
plus whatever the highest possible athletics roll would be.
He just cleared the whole
Could take
stadium.
24. They didn't see him for a year. We landed.
He
Low orbit.
Alright, anyway.
Huh.
Mithril,
Oh,
Adamantine,
party.
bronze. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my gear. As a
yeah,
new
got a bronze
trinket.
jumping medal.
Some grand.
It's the kind of thing I'll have out for a year and then it'll be a little embarrassing. I'll put away.
Mhm.
Dima's just happy to be here.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Certainly performed well enough for the crowd to be pleased enough. Although maybe if you listen closely enough, there's a few people disappointed that it's only one of the chosen heroes who came first. Like clearly, if you are to fight the Titans, you have to be superhuman. You have to not lose to like a common gladiator.
We've got specializations. Mine's apparently jumping real far.
Let me fight the common gladiator, and he'll probably kick my ass too. Honestly.
Oh, if there's like a grand melee, that's good.
But there's wrestling.
Probably like level 11 or something.
There's wrestling, that's true.
Yeah.
But so ends day 1.
Yeah.
What's day 2?
Can take a long rest. Day 2 is running.
Okay.
It's more athletics and more monkish powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the running bit is a bit more about endurance rather than speed. So your actual movement speed isn't actually going to have much of an effect on anything, really.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm interested.
It's a matter of first pulling ahead, which might be easier for Artemisia, but then staying ahead. That's the difficulty.
Okay. All right. I mean, I've got a base speed of 40 anyway, so Just-
I figure what I'm hearing is Constitution.
Yeah.
Well, let me read you the rules.
All
It is
right.
a 1,000-foot race divided into 6 stages, basically 6 rounds. Whoever wins initiative here gains advantage on the first check to move into the ahead state. So there's basically 2 states. There's normal and ahead.
Okay.
If you win initiative, you get advantage on the first time you try that in the first 3 rounds. So win initiative, advantage on ahead in first 3 rounds. To pull ahead, at each stage of the race, each racer may choose to pull ahead. To do that, you must make a successful DC 15 athletics check. If you do that, you are considered ahead. This check, however, increases by 1 at each stage. So it's 15 on the first round, 16 on the second, 17, and so on. So the longer you wait before trying to get into the ahead state, the harder it is. Once you are ahead, you must make a DC 15 con saving throw at the end of every round.
Ooh.
Failure means that you gain 1 level of exhaustion and are no longer considered ahead.
Level of exhaustion. Shit.
Between disadvantage
You're
and
pushing,
all ability
you're pushing
checks.
yourself. Yeah, that's
Wow.
bad for.
If you get a second level of exhaustion, you collapse and are disqualified.
Wow. Okay.
At the
gonna be
last
tough.
round 6, or after round 6 rather. No, in round 6, every runner who is considered ahead currently has a chance for a medal. Anyone who isn't, doesn't.
Okay.
All of those must make athletics checks, and the highest result wins first place, second highest wins second, and third wins first. Third, obviously.
Damn.
If there are less than 3 people ahead in that last round, then those who are not ahead have a chance, but it's ahead people first.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
So,
I feel
what if you fail to move ahead?
If you fail to move ahead, means you get a level of exhaustion.
Oh.
Okay, so when you try and fail, you could just. All right.
So getting ahead early means the athletics DC is lower, but you have to roll more con saves. Getting ahead late means the athletics DC is higher, but you have to roll less con saves.
Okay. And all right.
I'm gonna take the athletics check, man, because I
Yeah,
can just
for
stay
sure.
normal for a while and not have to try
Yeah.
until
And
the end,
then
because
Sprint at the end.
DC 15 con save is rough,
that's rough.
even for me who has a fairly good one.
So then,
Oof.
my
I
question.
would take some Bardic and use it for that.
I've got a 50-50 to beat that check, so
My
I
question.
get ahead. I can't stay for like a round.
My question is then, Sheep, is obviously I've got Step of the Wind, which lets me like move again. Like, so what do I get any bonus anywhere for
So
that? Because I can do
Naruto
that.
running.
I can
This-
do that
this race-
4 times.
This race is not about speed. It's
No,
about
but I mean, would it not give me a bonus to getting ahead?
the bonus you basically get as a monk is you generally have high dex, which means higher initiative. Speed doesn't matter, unfortunately.
Right. Okay.
What initiative is advantage is a pretty big deal.
Advantage is a big deal, but yeah.
So it's an endurance race.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
In combat, basically, you don't run 1,000 feet like in 6 rounds. You just don't.
Yeah, it's a
So the
quick
rules are
sprint.
slightly different.
So Darius, surely you would embody inspiration us before this.
Oh yes.
Good thing to have Bardic +5 for when one of these rolls fail.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I'll give guidance to one of you as well.
Yeah, let's see. I actually have to
Something
get some
concentrate on.
tokens for your qualifiers here because
Give it to Demo. Got a better chance of winning.
All right.
Dakar winning potential.
Is
Let's
that to
take-
the first roll I do?
It's once during a roll you can decide to add. Oh no, guidance might be the first roll. Yeah. Let me just click it.
Matters.
No, once before it can to one ability check of its choice. Yeah, so you choose, but guidance has to be beforehand. But Bardic you can do afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we really want to stack up our potential, I could hold on to not give a Bardic to Artemisia and instead have 3 that I can call out to
No,
Demos.
Artemisia gets to have one too. Let's be honest. And then whoever I guess pulls ahead.
Whoever pulls ahead. Yeah, I guess having multiple horses in the race is a good idea as well.
Mhm.
Really, the other guys have a bard each. So I guess we have to qualify first, though.
Is
You
that
do have to
qualified? Yeah. Okay.
Which is just, is that another run or?
It's the same rules, except your competitors are basically nobodies.
Yeah. Okay.
I might hold on to the Bardics then. And just
Yeah.
let you
Let's
guys
not
do it
use
on
the
your own.
Bardic yet.
But you
Yeah,
can, Demos
it
can have
probably-
or one of you can have a guidance. You can just who
Well, I mean,
wants it?
we're not going to be in the same race, presumably.
Yes, you will be.
Oh, okay. In the qualifying. Alright.
Yeah, so I can give you one of you a guidance.
I'll
for
take
free.
it for the real thing to try to win gold, but you take it for this one just because you have a chance
sure
of
you
maybe
get
not
there.
qualifying.
Yeah, especially without Bardic. Yeah. Okay, cool. Artemisia will get guidance qualifier.
Yeah.
Okay, you're up against 2 guards and 2 scouts. Amazing competitors for sure.
Kill them with a blink of an eye. But listen, this is
I'm just gonna quickly be right back, but I don't think I'm gonna be needed for a little while.
Mhm.
Neither of them even have proficiency in athletics, so that's excellent.
I have proficiency. I just don't have strength.
Alright,
That's
the
the
first thing that then happens is that at the start of the race, we go into initiative.
Oh, I don't win. All right.
Scout 13, 1 initiative.
Yep.
Yes. He has advantage on getting ahead for the first time. Amazing. He is not going to decide to pull ahead right away. He's just gonna run.
He's screwed.
Well, he's got 3 turns to
Yes.
have advantage on that
Fair.
roll. So you know,
How many
This guy,
are there? 6?
6 rounds.
6 rounds. Basically, the start of the 6th round is the end because that's where the winner is decided.
Mhm.
So you got to pull around by the 5th round.
Yes.
Okay, so 3rd round is not that bad.
At
This
which
guy
point?
gonna try to pull ahead.
At which point the DC is 19. Pulling ahead.
This guy's a +1. Oh no, he is exhausted immediately. He tries to run in this heavy armor. It just does not work well. Demos.
I'm not going to pull ahead yet.
No, that'd be
I'm going to.
stupid.
I'd be dry myself out if I did.
Mhm.
This guy is also gonna wait. Easier.
I'm gonna wait.
He's gonna wait. Alright, this guy, he's gonna try to pull ahead. He has a great run currently, and he fails. Because he's an idiot. Also exhausted. He's just gonna run. He's not gonna pull ahead anytime soon.
No. There's no way. If I do this, I'm going to be exhausted by con saves in the qualify round. That's not know. That shit doesn't go away.
The exhaustion would go away after this.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
All right.
This guy's gonna try to get ahead. He fails. These people are the worst. But
This
then
would happen to me too. I have like a 50-50 chance.
Artemisia.
I'm gonna wait. We're
Right.
gonna get to like round 4, maybe 5.
And no one. Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna wait too.
I'm not going to
Uh,
go yet.
no, he's exhausted. These guys are basically not gonna. They're just gonna Demos.
No.
No. This guy, he's gonna try. It's disadvantage, but damn it, he's gonna win this thing. 13, which is not enough. He's just out.
No.
He collapses. He's trying to outrun the heroes of prophecy. It's not gonna work.
I can do this part all day.
Yeah, this part's fine.
This friends they exhaust themselves and fall to the ground.
No, not this round. Not this round.
Alright. This guy.
Try it, soldier. I believe in you.
No, he's gonna take your strategy and just run. These sort of exhaustion, they're not gonna get anywhere. The DC at this point would be 18 to get at? Yes.
Yeah.
Which means I have less than a 50% chance of doing it.
I've got a much less.
However, if I do it, then I have to do another 50% chance roll next turn.
Yep.
If you don't do it, the order will be determined by a pure athletics check.
Well, I mean, I have one more turn, right?
That is true.
And the order will be determined by pure athletics check?
Yeah, if nobody's ahead, the winner is whoever rolls the highest athletics check
I'm
at the
very
end.
okay with that.
Yeah, but then soldier
Let's
25
stay here
might
for
pull
now.
ahead. Soldier
He
25 might pull ahead. Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Right. Artemisia?
I'm gonna wait another round.
He's gonna wait too. This guy. These are exhausted. They're not gonna try. Demos? Last chance.
19. Failure would give me disadvantage on the victory roll.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just worried that soldier 25 is gonna try it and then he's gonna get
Hey,
ahead.
fuck it, then he's going to qualify, and then we'll qualify too by beating the other two idiots, right?
Who qualifies? Top 2 or 3?
Top 3.
Alright, so we're probably gonna win. We're probably gonna qualify at least.
It would be cooler to pull ahead, though.
It'd be really cool.
But I got a
to
plus
qualify.
6. It's the best I can do.
Yeah,
I got a plus 6 with a D4. Well, you have a D4.
I have
so
D4.
I have like. See, if it's against them in a versus, they're a much better chance. No, I should keep slow and steady.
Mhm.
Slow
We
and
gotta
steady.
do this.
Artemisia.
I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna go for it.
I see 19 athletics.
Oh
Got
man,
that D4. It's a precious thing.
I don't know if I should have though. I'm double guessing. Fuck. Damn it! No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pull ahead.
I mean, the choice is basically DC 19 now, or beating all the other people in athletics checks.
I mean, they've got +1s. I feel like I can beat them with guidance.
Don't they have disadvantage? I don't want disadvantage on that.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Soldier 25 is not gonna push his luck here. Which means round 6, nobody's ahead. It's a dead-on even race. It's the last sprint. Give me athletics checks.
See him.
I guess we can go by initiative order
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
So these scouts have ground roll of +0. So this guy gets a 6.
Thank God for that disadvantage.
18 might actually have him win.
This guy gets a 9.
Okay, good. Cool, that
Demos.
plus 6. Oh, 14. Okay.
Okay. All right.
There's only 3 of us left. Oh, as long as I beat those two.
19.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Mm.
Then this guy, 17. Okay, he comes in second.
Hmm.
You know, beating the son of the god of battle, that's some honor for him. He'll
We'll go
Right,
home
Good
and
running
tell
man.
he seems to be a fair sport who didn't expect to get this far.
We get to be here with all these other weirdos.
Yeah, well,
Maybe Lily
congratulate
didn't make it. You can hope.
Maybe Leyland fell on his face and died.
That'll have it tonight. Don't you worry.
Yeah, he'll basically be participating in the actual event, but I'm not going to put him into the initiative. Actually, sure, let's have
Put
him
him
at
in.
at
No.
underdog.
It'll be
Talk about
amazing.
underdog.
Yeah.
The nameless guard 25. You know, thing is, Demos knows his name.
Yeah.
Probably.
I guess.
can't believe I won.
Trained with him a couple times. Good sprinter.
All right. Get into the real thing.
Not time for those Bardic D6s. It's time for exactly the same strategy.
Yeah, but people might actually get ahead, and then we'll actually
Yeah, but
have
then
to
they
do
will
something.
keep trying to do con saves, man. Like,
I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the plan is. All right.
yeah.
See
But
what
I don't
happens.
plan to. I'm planning. I play this conservatively.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna
believe-
do the same thing for sure if I can. But,
Yeah,
yeah.
the other competitors who have qualified are the grizzled, determined, injured soldier Spira,
Mhm.
cocky gladiator Leland, Amazon warrior Hatria, and a new face, an Aureate, a nymph of the mountain and air, who makes a point of showing the fact that he can fly fairly quickly, but then lands in like the sort of motion that he doesn't need to do that here.
Okay, so he's being sporting. What I'm hearing.
It's okay. I can also shoot raging fireballs from sky. I'm not going to do that here. Fine.
I can punch a Minotaur so hard that he dies. I'm not gonna do that here. Fine.
Anyway, let's get this done. Yeah, let's run.
Yeah.
Let's get this done.
He has a bit of a serene calmness to him, whereas the rest of the competitors really don't know what to think about him.
He's a great guy, I'm sure.
That's whatever. Yeah, you get the D4.
Mhm.
I believe in you.
I needed to beat that check to get ahead in the end.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, 1 second.
Oh.
Because pulling ahead if you're ahead, it requires a con save, right?
Yeah.
I'll also give
the
them
epic
bless.
card. The
So
you
here's the
can't-
question. This run probably lasts more than a minute, though.
yeah. Although epic courage. Oh no, that's against frightened.
No, it's against frightened condition.
Yeah.
Like, this probably
Would you
lasts.
guys rather have bless for the con save or guidance
Well,
for?
wouldn't both of them run out before we get very far?
It lasts like a minute.
Yeah, but I think we're not
Uh,
running 1,000 feet in a minute.
Bless. I think bless actually lasts longer. No, it's 1 minute.
I think bless.
Like, just for what makes sense, right? Because the other guys got to follow these rules too. But
Guidance.
Seems
Oh
like
yeah,
you did
no,
like-
they're both 1 minute.
at
but
least
I
10-minute spells. Or...
I mean, sheep.
I mean, if nothing else, you can use them for the I don't know how Sheep wants to rule this, but maybe the first round or two, if it's a minute.
Sorry, what was the question?
Since this race probably lasts more than a minute, and our spell buffs here only last a minute.
Yeah, like what? How long is the race in terms of length of time from beginning to end?
I mean, let's say a minute buff would be enough for like the first 2 rounds.
Okay, in that case, you should take guidance and use it for the athletics checks.
Yeah, but I won't be getting hit for
No.
the first 2 rounds.
No.
It's not my plan. Maybe Artemisia Wilson has advantage.
Maybe, but oh yeah, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that on the 3rd round.
Ah,
I guess maybe.
Because it's the first 3 rounds. So
mhm.
yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you might just be relying on Bardic.
Yeah, Bardic will do.
That looks good though.
Bardic is good.
It's like twice my score.
Yeah.
I'll cast Thaumaturgy on myself at some point so I can shout from really far, be like, "You can do it!"
I love you.
partway through your race.
All right.
All right, let's see it.
I just have to scroll down to all the different stat boxes I need to look at. But Artemisia goes first.
It's not sorted.
God, I wish I didn't go first.
Atria is like.
There.
All
Going
right.
first is so bad because you don't know how the others are gonna
I
do.
do nothing but run normally.
You run normally.
Put on some hype music.
The
Mhm.
Amazon warrior Res Hatria is close on your tails, but does not want to shoot at Demos.
Get up the back.
Leland is fine as well.
Do it, Leland. Come on. He's so cool.
Pancras, the mystical Aureate, will also not do it. Spira, she's got things to prove, but not yet. This soldier, he's gonna go for it.
Go for it, soldier. I believe in you.
She's got things to prove.
No,
later.
terrible.
Damn it, soldier.
Who would have known that he wouldn't do well? Artemisia.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right.
No.
Hatris is gonna be conservative as well. Demos.
Mhm.
Leland is gonna go for it. He's got a very good chance. He makes it, no issue. He is ahead.
All right.
He's only wearing like his light gladiator armor and is surging at. Pancras, he'll follow. He is not very good at this, but he makes it. He is ahead. Spira, no, not yet. This guy, he's gonna try. He fails. He's out.
Poor guy.
Artemisia.
The whimpers for food.
Man, it's the third round. I have initiative to try and get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should do it. I have a better chance of making the con saves, but man, I don't like trying. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna have to give it a go. Get ahead while I have advantage.
It's a DC 17.
17. Okay.
Don't fail.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I make it.
Yeah, you did it.
I make it because I have advantage. So I
You are
get
ahead.
ahead.
Atreus gonna take it slow. I think. Yes. Demos.
Take it slow too.
Right. Leland will roll his con save that he
So
has
he's gone.
advantage on. He fails.
He's not ahead and exhausted.
Sucker.
Mm.
Yes. Falls back. He made a mistake. Can still win, but be difficult.
Mhm.
Where's that is? Pancras, he'll roll his amazing con save, which he also has advantage on.
Ooh.
He makes it.
These people get advanced concept. Damn.
How they've got advantage? I don't know.
I want it.
Magic.
Yeah.
Spira, it's round 4.
But that only lasts for the first 2 rounds, right? If
No.
it's- Oh no,
If
they
it's
probably
long
have
enough,
some-
then.
Fancy magics. Artemisia.
I mean, I gotta make a con save, don't I?
Yes.
Yes.
You make it.
Nice.
Stay
job.
ahead. Head to
Oh.
head with the winged nymph here. Hatria, is it time? No, she's gonna wait one more round. Demos.
I'll follow on that.
Leland. Oh, he has so much to prove. He's get ahead again. He has disadvantage. 18. That's exactly enough. He will roll his con save with advantage. But he fails.
Oh.
He still resists the urge to fly and just surge ahead, but he cannot. Spira. This round? This is the round. She's gonna try. She's got no advantage. She fails.
Oh no. I'm rooting for her.
Artemisia, con save.
Alright.
Gotta do it.
You make it. You
That's
stay
the way
ahead.
This is when
And
it
I've got
matters.
my
Adria.
bardic on the last one as well.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah. This is when it matters.
Hatria's gonna try. She has a +4 and advantage. She makes it with a nat 20, surging ahead at the last sprint here.
Well, I gotta try too. I don't got any fancy advantages though. It's got.
Do you still have your bardic?
Yes.
I do.
Oh, you both do. Then.
Yeah, you can give me another one. I want to spend this one. If I make it. Let's see.
Mm.
Yes,
There we go.
exactly
I'll
enough.
Sit here and
Oh.
Right, Leland has normal con save because he is exhausted and his advantage. He makes it. He remains ahead.
This
Oh.
guy might-
God damn
I
it.
mean, Pancras, there's so many people in front of him. He has to try even with a disadvantage. He sucks at athletics, though. 12. No, he is out.
Oh.
Okay, man.
And Spira, she has to try. If she doesn't try, she won't be in the top 5.
We've got like a solid. Oh.
Oh no, she had disadvantage.
If only.
All right, last round. There's 4 people ahead. The winner will be determined by an athletics check.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's all good.
At least Leyland had disadvantage.
Oh no. It all falls
Yeah, that's
apart.
right.
11.
11. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hatria has advantage. She went for the advantage on these checks rather than the con saves, which means she gets a 17.
Mhm.
Demos,
All right, here we go, man.
I believe
Most
in you.
important die. Okay. And then we'll add,
24.
so that's a 27.
All right.
And Leland with disadvantage
no, it's not. It's 29. Minimum 5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
29.
gets a 12. So it is Artemisia, Leland, Hatria, and then Demos.
Oh. I was close. So close.
Meaning Demos gets the mithril medal.
Mhm.
Very good. Very good.
If it weren't for Leland's face mask, you could see him glare at his failure. And Demos' victory here.
It's okay. Demas has nothing to take this guy. There's no need to taunt him. This guy's old. He searches for it. Ah,
He's in his prime.
his strategy lasted well enough to just not be boring until the end.
All right. Which ends another day of competitions here.
Woo!
What's day 3?
Day 3 is javelin throwing.
All right.
Okay, that's probably a dex thing.
Quite possibly a dex thing. Or just.
You can
think
take
so.
your long rests.
Yep.
Let me tell you about javelin throwing.
Mm-hmm.
With each throw, the competitor rolls d20 and adds their athletics, acrobatics, or dexterity bonus, competitor's choice.
I'll take it.
All right.
The bonus is multiplied by 3 and added to the base javelin range of 120 feet. So, for example, if you had 14 dex and +5 acrobatics, you could choose to add the +5 acrobatics. Let me read this actually.
Or the +2 from
Say
dex.
is it dex stored? Yeah. Why would you ever take your
Yeah,
dex
you
mod
can never take the
over-
dex mod.
Well, if you're
Alright.
not trained in athletics or acrobatics, but you have a high dex.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, in that case it would be the same.
Okay, so you basically roll a d20 and add your choice of athletics, acrobatics, or just dex. The result is multiplied by 3 and added to the base javelin range to get your total thrown range. Whoever gets the most wins.
Is it just one throw, or how many throws we got?
It is 1.
One throw. All right.
So roll high on an
So-
acrobatics or athletics check.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. As well as that bardic inspiration.
Oh yes, yes, it's fine. Oh, yes, you're a
I'm
teacher.
gonna be,
You're
I'll
a-
participate in this one, so
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Okay. Yeah, why not?
All three
No,
of us.
I'll inspire you. I'll inspire. I'm a team player.
All right. Well, we have to get all 3 medals now.
And we have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
If we
Let's do it.
qualify.
If we
There's a real
qualify.
chance we might not qualify.
Do we have
given,
qualify? Do we got to qualify? I'm
Swing
guessing.
nature.
You have to qualify first.
All right.
I mean, I can give one of you inspo for the qualifier.
No, okay. I
Take
mean,
it
you've only got
yourself,
3,
man.
don't you?
I've only got 3, yeah, but I can't give it to myself.
Oh.
I cannot use bardic inspiration on myself.
I mean, flip a coin. Because I think we're
Well,
equally
I don't
plus
mind.
6.
Give it to Artemisia. I think we're fairly even in this,
Yeah, I mean, we're both plus 6, aren't we? So
Yeah, I guess yeah.
which is just trained, good stat, and then
yeah.
Yeah, proficiency plus dex. I think I have +5 total. So I need it the most, but can't give it to myself. So I'll go for bronze. Yeah, I'll give it to Demos, I guess.
sure, take it.
Give it to both of you next round.
All right. Do some javelin throwing.
Need a good roll. However, I'll give guidance to myself.
Makes sense.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think technically each one of you has to win against 4 of these guys. But we're just gonna say the top 3 of this whole bunch qualifies.
Mm-hmm.
As I guess we can do initiative again. Just
Sure.
add all of you. Darius gets to go first.
Okay, cool. I'll roll a d4 from my guidance 3 and add that as a miscellaneous bonus on my skill check. Miscellaneous of 3. I'm going to use acrobatics. And what? Oh god. 14. Not great.
It's not bad either.
So instead of that's a 14 total. Okay. So you throw your javelin a total distance of 162 feet. The crowd is not impressed. This scout, however, it's actually her, but you know, hasn't been to the barbers in a while. Doesn't really make a difference. She's gonna roll a d20 and get a natural 20,
Wow.
Well,
adding her dex bonus of +2 for a total of 186 feet.
Sheesh.
you say it was the top 4 who go on to the qual?
Top 3.
the-
Top 3.
Top 3. Well, goodbye.
I mean, we could roll awfully still. But...
Oh yeah, I could roll 1 and get like 7.
Mm.
This guy, he is a guard. He's gonna roll d20. I'm just gonna do it like here as a +1. Amazing. He throws 150 feet. Ground disappointment.
Macro building. Such magic, sorcery.
That's amazing.
All right, let's see what we got.
I'm just gonna do that too.
18. Wait, I got a 0. 174.
For second place so far. Demos.
Damn scout.
Hmm.
Let's hope for a good roll then.
Yeah.
Mouse here. Whoa, 16, but I have a bike d6, so let's bet that
Okay.
because I need it. For a 21.
Mm.
Nice.
Still not the best.
I'll just go back where I belong.
There
we go.
So, all right, then it's Demos.
Get you some pom-poms in the future.
Yeah, Demos is second place currently.
Oh, okay. So now we
So
just gotta
the
hope that the
soldiers to go.
scouts don't beat us. Or soldiers.
This soldier throws 153, rolling a 10. And the last one, 159, rolling a 12. So it is Scout, Demos, Artemisia
All right. We qualify.
to qualify.
Sweet high five.
Okay. They both get Bardic, and Artemisia gets Guts.
Nice.
As in the actual competition, you will be up against crowd favorite Leland.
I mean, you can give the other one to us both. Again, there's some time between throws.
Yeah, you can give guidance to both.
Okay, yeah, both just take it.
You have to
Pancras.
compete with these guys who have advantage and everything,
Yeah.
like bull strength or whatever.
One day, maybe I'll do something in these games.
Man, these medals all belong to you. Let's be honest.
Nah.
Couldn't do it without you, man.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Leland will
Exactly.
have all the mithril.
Yeah, well, I mean, without you, we wouldn't have gotten any of this mithril.
And as an additional competitor, one that hasn't participated in much else so far, is a fabulously dressed woman with more of a lithe stature that doesn't suggest an athletic background, but she sure has many fans that are basically clinging to her up until the point where they're not allowed to go. They continue cheering from the back lines.
They
Ooh,
must
she's
know
got
who
a
that
very
is.
like uncanny valley token.
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
agree.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
pretty
the
cool.
only one.
Who is that?
No, I don't like it.
Demos would know her. She's a competitor from Astoria who mostly comes here for, the whole crowd and thing, and doesn't really usually perform very well.
Influencer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.